Hi everyone. This is Bhartiya Malivena. I'm here to present the business analytics and intelligence assignment. And coming to the next slide, this slide include about contents of assignment. And coming to the next slide, this slide about the introduction of assignment. The UK clothing retailer sector stands as a vital part of our nation's economy with an estimated market value of 50 billion pounds in 2025, according to the IBA's World 2026 report. The industry in a state of transformation, of overcoming a 5.6% and decline last year and aiming for steady growth through 2030. Our market is fiercely competitive, led by the industry giants such as Next Group PLC, Primark Stores Ltd, and also ITX UK Ltd, Zara, and value-focused offerings to the fast fashion and also robust online platforms that shapes and market landscape. And coming to the next slide, another induction tells about the key trends shaping the UK clothing retailer sector, includes a major shift towards near shoring, enabling business to shorten lead times and also react swiftly to evolving the fashion trends. The industry is also undergoing rapid digital transformation with an online and also social commerce emerging as the crucial growth drivers. Notably, social commerce is projected to make the 10% of all e-commerce sales to the 2028, and also continued evolution of retail models, such as factors collectively poising the industry for a gradual but optimistic progress in the years ahead. And coming to the next slide, this slide tells about the key pointers of our clothing retail sector in the UK. Is valued at approximately 50 billion pounds in 2025, marketing a 5.6% decrease from the previous year. Despite the contraction, the industry expected to achieve a stable compound annual growth of about 1% through the 2030. And the sector maintains an average profit of margin of 7% and employs around 4 lakh people nationwide. Looking ahead, so social commerce is anticipated to comprise 10% of all UK e-commerce sales by 2028, underscoring the growing importance of digital transformation in our industry. And coming to the next slide, this slide tells about the data collection of the analysis of employee secondary data sourced from the published annual reports of major UK clothing retail companies over a 10-year time horizon. Five key financial ratios, our metrics are performance, and the sample compromises five companies selected using the convenience sampling, enabling the direct access to the relevant and recent financial disclosure. This approach allows for a comparative and longitudinal perspective on the sector, utilizing the financial data to support the descriptive and predictive analysis. And next slide tells about that. Ratio analysis of EPS and earning per share EPS. All five companies shows a consistent upward trend in EPS from 2015 to 2024, with a noticeable acceleration in recent years. Next Retail Limited appears to lead in absolute EPS, while JD Sports Fashion PLC and H&M Hennies and also Marutis UK Limited also display the strong performance. Asset turnover ratio, this metric reveals a more variation. Next Retail Limited and Tesco maintain a relatively high and stable ratios, indicating the efficiency of JD Sports and also Fashion PLC shows the decline in the turnover in the latest year, while the Tesco asset turnover improved the sharing towards the 2024. And next slide that tells about the data representation. Uh, the metric reflects the long companies take a collect payments from the customers. Most companies have maintained a relatively stable collection period across the years, with the minor variances of JD Sports, Fashion PLC, H&M, Hennies, and also Marutis UK Limited, Tesco and Burberry Limited, and Next Retail Limited. And current ratios are these measures. Each company ability to pay short-term obligations. All five companies shows the consistent current ratios through the years, with some incremental improvements. Companies like Tesco and Next Retail Limited demonstrate steady liquidity, which supports operational resilience and also financial stability. And next slide that tells about the data representation. Quick ratio is a strong measure of liquidity, showing a company's ability to meet short-term liabilities with the most liquid assets. JD Sports Fashion PLC generally exhibit the highest quick ratio, peaking between 2020 and 2022, indicating the short-term financial health, and also moderate decline. The most companies ratio observed for 2023 and 2024, which may reflect the changes in inventory or cash positioning in recent years. And also and also the supporting healthy operational resilience against a short term and financial pressures. And coming to the next slide, this slide tells about descriptive analysis. EPS shows a healthy profitably with an average of 3.5 and a wide range of 0.1 to 10, and receiving collection period average of 11 days, indicating the company's collective and receivable fairly quickly. And all metrics display the relatively low standard errors and supporting the relatively for overall sector analysis. And also the liquidity and also operational efficiency among the leading UK clothing and retail companies. And next slide that tells about the correlation analysis. EPS and assets turnover ratio, stronger production correlation, higher efficiency in using assets is linked with a higher profitability per share. Liquidity versus profitability, efficiency, both current and quick ratios have weak negative correlations, and with EPS and asset turnover indicating the increased liquidity does not necessarily result in a higher profitability asset efficient in the sample. Receivable collection period and liquidity, there is a positive correlation with current 0.723 and the quick 0.89 ratios. And coming to the next slide tells about regression analysis. Overall model fit R square 0.5293, about 53% of variance and dependent variable explained by the model, and also significance of F 0.00. The model is statistically significant as a whole. And also interpretation of liquidity ratios, current and quick receivable collection period to do not show the and statistically significant effect within the 10 years to 5 years of company sample. And coming to the next slide tells about the regression analysis across all predictors appear randomly distributed, supporting the validity of model assumptions. No severe non-linearly or is detected, indicating the regression result and significance such as reliable and no additional transformations were required for the predictions and the analysis. And coming to the next slide, asset turnover ratio, clearly the strong and most reliable predictors of profitability in the sample. And the financial ratios of EPS reinforcing earlier finding the both the regression and also correlation analysis. The validates of primary managerial focus, operational efficiency, and driving financial performance in the sector. And next slide that tells about the conclusion part. In conclusion part, predictive descriptive analysis. This is a conclusion part of the predictive descriptive analysis from a decade of a long sample. Five top relatively reinforced the narrative. The sector demonstrated a solid short-term liquidity, means a current ratio of 1.542. And also, however, a quick ratio of 1.0 highlights a sector reliable on prompt inventory turnover to meet immediate obligations, underlining the need to robust supply chain inventory management. The positive skewness in EPS further suggests that while the market remains highly competitive, exceptional performance is attainable by those who underscores the industry ongoing imperatively resilience, and also adaptation remains the key sustainable growth, fast shifting retail environment. And the next conclusion tells about that the assist turnover ratio stands over the only statistically significant predator of EPS in a multiple regression model, showing a robust positive impact of shareholder. These results are blossomable by the strong and positive correlations identified between ATR and EPS across the sample. In contrast, short-term liquidity measures, receivable collection period and current ratio and peak ratio did not achieve statistical significance and predicting profitability when evaluating the alongside ATR. And these are the references we have included in the assignment. And thank you.